Hello and welcome everyone. This is Yaniman bringing you another Fleet Ops audio commentary. Today we have a 1v1 matchup with Ray320 versus Boggz. Boggz is starting out as the yellow Klingons, and very likely he is going to be not playing Mortok. He is looking at tagging Ray with a Tokroja Klingon. In the meantime, down here in the bottom right hand corner, as the white Borg, is Ray320. Now, Ray320 has been on a little bit of a rampage with his Borg in my YouTube commentaries, though I have heard rumors of his demise in other games. So we shall see how his optimized Borg is working out. So Ray moving right on enter, getting down to business, putting down his conduction matrix. Fairly standard Borg build here. Nothing surprising here. Putting up a resource assimilator on his Tritanium moon. A better choice, generally speaking, for your first resource assimilator. And now I'm just nitpicking there. Boggz moving on into an interesting strategy here. We're not seeing anything out of this guy unless you see a field research. He's moving over here into possibly his Tritanium mining and looking for... I'm looking to see what Boggz is going to go throw up against the Borg here. Borg are susceptible to torpedoes, but since he is not Martok, he is not fielding Sousa. Sousa's being a nasty counter versus the Borg. So we are in a little bit of wait and see to see exactly what Boggz puts out on the board. He is throwing up a Boggz class, and so this is a little bit of a gamble, but the special for the Boggz can do some decent damage against the early game Borg ships like the scout cubes. Anyway, so down here you can see that Ray320 is putting up his energy nodes level 1 research. A very, very standard Borg here, very solid play here. In the meantime, you can see that Boggz is immediately going to an expansion over here in the left. So maybe I'll take a little bit of time right now to explain what map we're playing on. We're playing on Duel, if you haven't seen this and so you're not familiar with it. There are a total of 5 lanes between you and your opponent, so you can go straight right through the middle. You have 2 lanes just to the sides of the middle that are cordoned off with a purple little rope, this Matura Nebula. And on the outside of the map, there are 2 lanes as well, allowing just a ton of entrances into your base or into your opponent's base. And Boggz is moving to his more natural expansion over here, while in the meantime you can see that Ray is camping out in the middle looking for any sort of expansion into the middle by the Klingons. So Ray pumping out a scout cube right off the bat just about as soon as he possibly can, in addition to some probes trying to just add that extra little bit of firepower to his force. In the meantime, Boggz pumping out ships via his extension and his field yard. So now you can see that Boggz is going to have about 2 Boggz classes out on the field versus 1 probe, 1 scout cube. That is a battle. That battle would go in the Borg favor, I believe. With no real kills, no one's going to be able to do decisive damage on that immediately. In the meantime, you can see that the Borg are sort of scouting over here a little bit. This is a good idea on his part, just in case the Klingons are expanding, and guess what? They are. Boggz about to finish his mining station, going to go ahead and finish that off. This 1 Tompei mining freighter class is actually susceptible to this Borg. However, these mining stations can transport to this shieldless detector and have the advantage in that. So in the meantime, Boggz is moving his cloaked ships. He's got 2 of them moving over them into position to defend this guy in case he gets a little harassed. In the meantime, Boggz is hanging out here nice and pretty, just kind of keeping an eye out on this Borg fleet. Has managed to finish off 2 scout cubes, 2 probes, a decent little fleet here compared to what Boggz got on the board. Boggz is going to be a little bit hard-pressed to field something to counter this. So he's got a Burrell and 2 cube edge classes on the field. This Borg threat is... Oh, and so we have an EM scout cube on the board to help prevent the Klingons from cloaking and repairing. The one little bit that I would say here is that the Klingons have such a large cloak time, that 4-second cloak, that they less often rely on cloak for escape and just on their stronger hulls. So while it's a nice thing to have an EM scout cube out here, that is potentially going to help push off these Borg if Boggz can... Boggz is going to be a little bit pressured here. He's just not going to have... He's got 4 Borg ships versus only 3 of his here. Not going to want him... He's just not going to want to just engage these guys. But apparently he is going to want to engage. He does not have the special, and he is going to get tagged with these guys unless he just does some amazing micro here. You can see in the meantime that these scout cubes are taking a little bit of damage. A graviton marker going off. Oh, wow. So a little bit of an interesting thing. This Katinga getting moved in, and this gravity marker is going to help slow down the movement of the Borg, if nothing else. So here we have a Brel going to go run off. This guy should get out of here really quickly, otherwise he's going to lose it, and it looks like he is going to end up losing it, whether lag or whatever. Not a good thing. Looks like this one Brel looking to run off and get repaired has managed to gravity marker the same Borg ship, and losing the Brels again. But a scout cube looking to get tagged here very shortly if he doesn't watch out. These Katingas providing just a little bit of extra field power. Boggz making good use of the fact that he has gravity markered that one ship, and it is causing the micro on these guys to just go to crap. But he's end up going to get one of these scout cubes all by its lonesome, and he really should take advantage of that and tag it with his cube edge classes, expecting Boggz to pull in another ship somewhere along the way. He really wants that kill here, but these cube edge classes really just laying into these Borg ships more than I would have expected. Ray320 getting in. Oh, and here comes a Cavort. This Cavort is going to be able to... Oh, and down goes the cube edge 4-second cloak, just barely not able to deal with the fact that it's an EM. And it gets the kill, but here comes the Cavort coming in on these scout cubes. This guy is going to be able to finish it off. It is quick enough. These guys are... And he is going to end up losing the scout cube here very shortly. Over here you can see that this... He is trying... Ray is trying to expand in here, but these cube edge doing just a nice job of staving off this Borg fleet. This cube edge needing to go repair, but wanting to keep the pressure on it. And not sure why this guy is not repairing. He is going to end up losing this guy if he doesn't watch out. Getting a kill here, waiting way too long to deal with. You can see that it's just down at 4%. Wow. Just almost, just wow. So anyway, here comes another Cavort. Going to be able to pressure on this Borg. These Cavorts are nasty little suckers. Fast and out comes a dodecahedron. And this one Cavort not wanting to tango with that group, even though these scout cubes are heavily damaged, and so is this probe. Boggz is in the meantime grabbing another cavort, going to repair a little bit of that, and a pair of cavorts on their way, halfway done. This guy, unfortunately, the cavort's shield breaking torpedo not useful at all against the Borg here, seeing as they have no shields. Nonetheless, the